Now, a real good afternoon to you, everybody. Out here, this middle of this here ice storm. Freight train Danny Baker coming at you. Trying to give you an update. Everybody's wondering what's going on. Well, I don't know. But I'll try to do my best to warn you about something that I've been real concerned about. And not everybody's talking about it, but we're going to discuss it today. Anyway, I know some people's been asking about where my old compatriot's been. Well, I'm just going to show you. He's right here. Goliath, look at him. Look at here. Would you look at him? That dog right there is meaner than a cut coon, I'm telling you. He's big. He's a rascal. He's got his winter garb on. He's protected. Took my advice. Suited up. Everything's fine. Now, you can't fault him for it, but he'll be okay. He can kill 14 grizzly bears just by looking at them. Would you look at him? There he is. Well, anyway, there's something I'm wanting to talk to y'all about here. We got winter storm landing sailings bearing down on us. I'm going to take a seat here. I'm in my battle cave down here. Everybody says, well, what's a battle cave? Well, that ain't none of your business. But anyway, you ought to have one so you be prepared. And that's what I want to talk to you about here. Now, let's get down to business. They're saying this here storm come out of Canada. And I've already previously reported, and Matt has too, that it even worked its way down from central Montana. Now, here's what they're saying. Now, I don't know. I didn't say it. They said it. But here we go. We got a storm bearing down on us. And it's got a polar bear vortex in it. On the heels of a clipper system. Now, everybody said, well, how come they ain't talking about it? Well, I don't know. But we're going to. And the reason they don't want to talk about it is because of the tragedy that it could really turn into down here. Because I'm telling you, polar bear vortex ain't nothing to be fooling around with. Anyway, let's talk about it. So, what's a polar bear vortex? Well, most everybody I know around here's been to church sometime or another. And one thing I can tell you is in the good book, I read about an old boy, his name Danny as well, throwed him in the lion's den. Now, you just imagine old boy down there in the lion's den with all them lions running around. But just imagine they're polar bears. Now, I'm telling you, that's what a polar bear vortex probably going to be like. Well, let's talk about some facts. What do we know about polar bears? Well, I'm telling you, they're dangerous. They kill you. They don't care. They run through your house. They'll take over. And they run everybody plumb out of the country. That's how come there ain't nobody up there where all them polar bears are right now. If you look around, it's all desolate. How come? Polar bears done run them all off or killed them. Anyway, we know polar bears run in packs, the pack animals. You're liable to see a pack of polar bears, and it's liable to be probably 18 or 20 of them running around together. Now, that's how we know that they are. Now, why they headed this way? Well, I don't know, but they're coming. And it could be because since they're coming out of the north, all them truck drivers in Canada's pushed them down here. Now, that's another subject, but I'm just saying, it would be real convenient for all them polar bears to get a ride down to the border and head on down in here. That's why they've called it a polar bear vortex. Now, well, what are we going to do? Well, I'd say there's just a few things that you can probably do. Now, yeah, everybody ain't like old Danny Baker and got him a lion fighting dog laying around the house. Now, there he is. Now, that's what I'm going to do. But anyway, not everybody's privileged like I am. What's a regular man going to do? Well, research and study pretty much tell you the facts about it. The very most effective weapon against a polar bear attack is a hand grenade. And after that, probably going to be flamethrowers. Well, Danny, I ain't got no hand grenades, and I ain't got no flamethrowers. Well, you probably gonna die. But anyway, if you ain't got either of them, we can give you a few options that would probably help you out in a bad spot. Let's talk about it. Now, I've put some thought into this, got a few items here. Now, these don't only serve as polar bear defense mechanisms, but they could also be life-sustaining items for everyday use, and they're quite good, if I say so myself. Now, anyway, the first thing we're going to talk about right here. Now, looky there, boys. What's that you say? Well, I'm here to tell you. It's potted meat. Now, everybody likes potted meat. Get you some of it. It ain't very expensive. Don't cost very much either. And you can get a bunch of it for not very much. Anyway, how come you say potted meat? Well, first of all, everybody likes potted meat, and so does polar bears. One of them gets after you, toss that son of a gun far as you can throw it, just like you're throwing down here at Highway 70 baseball field, trying to throw it over the fence. Might distract them, might not. Anyway, worth a try. If it does distract them, run off with your hands a-flailing, making a lot of noise. That'll probably do you as good as anything. So there you go. Now that right there also serves as a ninja star. Now, some of y'all don't know, some of you do. But I'm 100% ninja expert. I'm the same one trained Diamond Dave when he got so famous on MeTube here a while back. Probably a few years ago, put out a bunch of videos. Well, y'all didn't know I was the one videoing, teaching him all them moves. Well, anyway, what do you say about ninja attacks? Well, that's a different subject, but you can use your throwing star right here with your potted meat can against a polar bear attack. I'm telling you that'll work right now. Now, if that don't work, what are you going to do? Well, they holler this and they holler that. Here's what I'm hollering. I'm going to holler black pepper right in their eyeballs. Get you a big handful of this. You can get you economy size. This right here is probably marginal size, but you can get economy size, 8 or 10 gallon can of black pepper. One of them polar bears starts charging at you like it's going to rip your face off. Get you a handful of that right there and stuff it up his nostrils. Now, you don't think that'll stop a polar bear? I'm here to tell you it will. Anyway, if you don't have no polar bear attack, you take your pepper, you take your potted meat, pepper your potted meat, and eat the son of a gun on crackers. I'm telling you that right there is a good idea. Now, everybody's saying, well, I don't know about that. Well, I don't either. But who's to say? Anyway, what we're going to do next, because I'm hearing tell that they're out of all that blue top, red top milk down to Dollar General, and ain't nothing left but that silly-ended light blue top milk, and that's like drinking water that's been strained through a man's sock worked all day on the job site, ain't worth 15 cents. What are we going to do? That's right. They put milk in a can, and it's pretty sweet. Get you some condensed milk. And that's the cream of the crop right there, folks. Eagle brand. I'm telling you, it'll work. Now, what are we going to do if we run out of milk? Well, if we run out of milk and the polar bears come, we're probably going to die. So don't you worry about it. Only thing you'll have to worry about is if you made it to the mourner's bench in time. I'm here to tell you. And all y'all that know what I'm talking about know what I'm talking about. And if you don't, well, I'm just here to tell you it's going to be bad. Anyway, we've got a new sponsor today. Just come on board for this episode. Orville Hornswoggler. There he is. He makes the finest popcorn ever was. And I'm telling you, if your electricity goes out, put these son of a guns in a frying pan, put it over a candle, pop you some that burned popcorn, have a big time with your old lady. That'll be fine. Sit there and you talk, eat popcorn till your heart's content. Now, if all that fails, I don't know what we'd do about these polar bear attacks. I don't have any more ideas. I don't have nothing else that we could do. I just don't have any clue of what we could even come up with if a polar bear was to come and attack us. But if you'll try the potted meat, and then if you'll try the daggone black pepper and eyeballs, I'm telling you, you might make her out of there alive just like old Daniel did in the lion's den. Now I'm telling you. Well, if all else fails and the electric goes off, I got my light here, and y'all don't have to worry about old freight train. So anyway, this has been long enough, but here's old freight train signing off. Middle of Landon Salem's winter storm, polar bear vortex on the heels of a clipper system. And I'm telling you, if the polar bears is armed with clippers, there ain't nothing we're going to do about it, especially ain't no black pepper going to take care of it. Anyway, we'll be hollering at you next time, and it might be sooner than later. See ya.